Jeez. Haven't even started and already. Oh, jeez. Oh, dink. Not that bad.
Welcome in, it's CI Gaming time. Booting up the fun, feel the happy shine. Grab your plushie, take a seat. Let's make today extra sweet. Controller ready, colors glow. Got that cozy gamer flow. Chat is popping in like high.
I'm doing good, Dink.
Silly vibes are flying high. Tiny beats bounce, little wiggle in my chair. Rainbow lights dancing everywhere. Doesn't matter what the game might be. You're here now, that's all we need. Hey, IT Gaming, come join the fun we're making. Plushies out and hearts awake. Let's vibe together, take a break. Hey, it's a gaming. Smiles we're celebrating. Smiles we're celebrating. Chat so bright, we lift off light. Let's start the stream. No hesitating. Silly sounds go bip and blink. Stream deck sparkles, click, click, click. Every moment's full of cheer. Because I'm so glad that you're here. Soft synth waves and a bubbly beat. Little kicks tapping like happy feet. Take a breath, let the stress go free. This is our cozy place to be. Hey, IT Gaming, come join the fun we're making. Plushies out and hearts awake. Let's vibe together, take a break. Hey, it's a gaming. Smiles we're celebrating. Smiles we're celebrating. Let's jump right in. Let's start again. Welcome to the cutest streaming. Game on, lights up, see. So gaming fun has just begun. Hey, well.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another stream where we are going to continue working on a project that I started last night. And it's a little project that I've been putting together basically over the last couple of hours, to say the least. And Nightbot, I forgot to turn that off. Of course I did. Hold on. Let me just go tell Nightbot to be an actual bot that listens to me for once. Dink already checking me because apparently that's... You know what? It is not true. You cannot prove it. There is no proof. There's no proof in the pudding. I will say though, did have a super amazing lunch today with some hecking cute little beans. You left put. I did. It's not what I said. I can't win. Had really good lunch with some heckin' adorable and cute little beans today. Went to Chili's Bar and Grill, such a great place, absolutely amazing food, and now we are here working on a project that I kind of just preemptively started because why not? Let's have some fun. Let's see what we can create out of this. So grab your sippy cups, grab your stuffies, your passies, and anything else that you would like to snuggle up with, and let's have some fun. 0500, how many people are you expecting to play? How much RAM do you have? LOL. So this is a server that I run off of my box. It's basically just dedicated to Minecraft servers. It has over 16 gigs of RAM dedicated to it. We're not even touching anywhere close to that. The only reason it's at 500 is just because why not? I set hi and let it be and see how many people come and join. So we got a bit of work to do today, some configs that we got to update and work on, and we gotta get a couple of the other plugins built and inputted into the Serval, and we'll see where we can go with that. If you have mods, then I would have thought you would start getting latency issues once you get to 500 LOL. So it is a SMP server, so it's basically a vanilla multiplayer survival server. There is plugins on the server side that help with managing everything from world resources, world loading, pre-genning the world. There is plugins that are Better Nights, so basically or Better Sleep is one of the plugins, so it allows you to sleep at night, and you only need like a handful of people to sleep before the day switches. And what else? There is a map that is with it as well. Flip over to that screen here so you guys can see it. Hopefully I have the right one. I don't have the right one selected. Of course I don't. Why would I? That would be insanity if I had the right one selected. I gotta find it. Oh, not that one. I think it's this one. I think this is the one I need. Plugins allow me to farm my diamonds, LOL. Yes. Yes, 100%. So, there is a map. You guys can see the map here. So you guys can see the different terrain and everything with it. And then also with that, snugglesmp.com will take you to the site that I am working on for it. You guys have the ability to switch between light mode and dark mode, as everybody would, as well as being able to see the status of the server once it loads, as well as members, and there is a small forums that people can use to share information, collaborate, send messages basically to me to let me know, hey, it's broken, stuff like that. But with that being the case, and apparently my stuff wants to be the way it is today, there we go. There is one Mystical Agriculture. I do love that, but it's not a mod pack server like that. However, I do plan to work on a either FTB or Technic server at some point in time. So keep your eyes out for that, because that is coming down the road. But with that being the case, let's hop into the server here. Give you guys kind of everything that we've worked on. As you guys see, we have some nice messages that pop up. Lets people know how many of the Rack Pack members there is online, as well as welcoming them to the server. It also has a very friendly tab menu at the very top. So that means you just have to give me a crap loads of diamonds. Oh jeez. Yes. You can see up at the top kind of the information about the server, as well as the list of players that are online. Surprisingly, this server actually runs really well, being it is so we pre-generated a 10,000 by 10,000 block area. Outside of that, it's basically an open world, so people can kind of explore, do what you want to do. You can go wherever you want. There is essentially no limit to it. With my insanely overpowered computer, I am running well into the 400s on frame rate, so we should be plenty good, hopefully. And I'm just gonna sit here and watch my frame drop, because apparently that's just a reality I'm gonna have to deal with, is my frames dropping and not being properly packaged. You know, it's just average. That's average. All right. I need to get a couple of things put together here. Oh yeah, my hope and goal is that once I can get through some of the stuff I gotta get done today or this evening, then we'll hopefully be ready to publish this to the player base and pretty much let anyone join that wants. I do want to get a chest lock script. Because I would prefer it that way with automatic sorting. Interesting. What is this one? Interesting. Automatic locking, chest sorting, chest lock automatically sorts chest simply by double clicking on an inventory spot. Public chest, da 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 da. Yeah, there's a couple of different plugins out there for chest locking. We'll see which one we end up doing. I might put in something like Towny or something along that nature. We'll see. I gotta play around with some stuff and see what I want to put in there. Yeah. Server alerts, attempts to open your locked chest. Anti-griefing, yes. Chest to auto lock when they're placed or require players to claim them using commands. See, that's where I don't know if I want to do it based off of commands or if I want to just do auto lock. Yeah, 100% this is for the rack back. This is for Chase's community, but it is open to anyone in the ABDL Little Space communities, and pretty much anyone for that matter. There is no limit on who can join. LWC. That might be the one we're gonna go with. LWC Extended, I think, is the one we want. It's been so long since I've looked at these. Yeah, there's 500 people. Hey, it's for anybody. I don't have a problem with who joins. WCX. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Can Flopsy join? Yes, Flopsy can join. Sit there farming eating carrots, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Bold modern protection solution for individual blocks and entities. Interesting. Interesting. Bolt allows you to protect players to protect valuable blocks and entities on your server. Blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Okay. So this is where I don't know if I want to do LWC or if I want to use something like Locket. See, I could do LWC Extended. I think that's what we're gonna run. We're gonna run that. We're gonna run LWC Extended. It's got the most features that I want. that in the server, because that is going to be what is going to probably be the best solution for this. Okay, LWC 241, that should be good. We'll hop out of the server really quickly, let that reboot. And then she should be good to go here in just a minute. Oh my gosh. I think somebody needs to check you, Dink. I think you're trying to hide something there. Thank you for the hydrate. Let's boost up those numbers. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think you're hiding something, Dink. I think somebody needs to check you. I think that's what it is. Alright. LWC is installed. Let me go grab the config for that. If there is a config. Is there not a config for it? Did it not load? It did not load. Really? Interesting. So it doesn't like... That's weird. Oh, I see. Duh. I grabbed the wrong version. Hold on. I need to swap that with a different version of LWC. That is my fault. So I put the wrong version in there. We need 232 of LWC. That one should boot up just fine. do 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 do. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah. That's much better. That loaded perfectly the way I wanted it to. Let me go grab some configs here. See how that figures itself out here. Core YML. Let's grab that file. So gosh. Not you two, radio. Oh, jeez. I think you little beans are hiding something there. I think you guys need to get yourself some checks there as well. All right. Jeez. Lies. I don't know. I think that's pretty accurate. All right, update that. I am dry, thank you. Oh boy. Alright, protection, deny redstone, that's fine. Yeah, so we're going to deny redstone on that and that. Optional alternative hopper protection. Where is that? That one. Alright. History and blacklist. That and disable history. False to that. Optional, use protection limits, true. Okay. Limits to, or limits v2.yml. Let's see what we need to edit in that. And then we'll get into that in just a second. Run that through the parser, make sure that is happy, it doesn't freak out on me. Okay, that should be good. You jump over to the server really quickly. We're gonna restart that beast. And then we'll jump in the server and make sure everything plays nicely the way it's supposed to. Something did not like something. What did you not like? I bet it didn't like my config, did it? I did not like that. Will Lizard being 1,000 points is criminal work? Aha. That's because I know people would spam Lizard. You know, I could be generous today. I could be generous. What do you guys think? Should I be generous today? While you guys have some fun. I think I should be generous. I think we're gonna be generous. I'm gonna let you guys have some fun here. Let's see. Because everybody likes this one, right? Alright. Go nuts. Go nuts, have fun. Actually, I feel even more generous. We're gonna be even nicer today because I have a feeling this is gonna be one of those fun ones. Alright. There you go. Now you guys can have a blast with that one. I think there's another one on there too. Yeah, there's this one. There you go. Now you guys can have some fun. Ringtone worthy? Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm safe and small. The world feels tall, but in your arms.
So are you adding blacklist to certain items? No, so what I'm working on right now, and I can show you guys here, is I am working on the config for LWC, which is the locking script that we're going to use for protecting blocks and chests. And I am basically going through the config and updating what needs to be set and what doesn't need to be set, and putting in certain features that help with, like, if we ever had somebody jump on the server and decide they wanted to be just a total butt and they wanted to grief the whole server, we can essentially eliminate that as a possibility. Yeah, Locket is the old one that I used to use that one for so much, but now there's this new one called LWC, which is a little bit more up to date and has a little bit more functionality. Yeah, it's essentially going to be a little bit easier to work with and manipulate the way I want. Oh, this is what, 298 lines? Perfect. Pump that in there. Remember the days of glitching out and couldn't open your own door. Ah, good times. Such good times. Yeah, I remember those days. Those were the times when you could do some pretty wild stuff. Yes, I've essentially thrown a stupid amount of resources at this server to basically do whatever I want to do. So I am not worried about ever hitting a bottleneck or a limit on what this is capable of. Okay, LWC took, which is good. Admin Hair Blender 1 broke the seal of the belonging to Hair Blender 1. I should not have that memorized, but I do. Yeah. It's probably not a good thing. Alright, let's see. Let's see if this will play nicely. Update the limits. So the limits will allow for different groups to have different limits on on how much stuff they can lock and unlock, or lock basically, and then we kind of just play it by ear and see what we can come up with, and we pray that it doesn't break, because it's always a possibility that I break it, and it looks like it's gonna be fine with that. Awesome. That's what I like to see. Cool. That makes me happy. Alright. So, with that being the case, we are going to fly away from spawn Oh, hey, there's another town. So theoretically, So golden shovel. Cool. All right. So that's one way to do it. All right. So that's working. Land claims, yes, there is land claims. I'm thinking, I guess this is where my question would be to the community and to the players is Townie something that people would want to see? Because with Townie, we could do a bigger system. Factions, I'll make a Wolf Clan. Oh, 100%. We could easily do factions. We could do Townie, we could do factions. I mean, there's a whole plethora of possibilities. It's endless. Yeah. So there's factions by Massive Craft, which is actually really kind of cool. Or we could do Townie, which is also another system that we could look at. I don't do PvP. It's horrible. LOL. Yeah. So the way it would work, Dink, is it wouldn't be PvP. This is basically going to be PvE. So player versus environment. The biggest thing with Townie and factions is it would basically allow people to create miniature towns and miniature areas where it's like, this is our town. You can come by, you can shop for items, you can trade, you can sell stuff, buy stuff. Kind of along that route. So that would be the benefit to it, is to be able to do, set up shops and businesses and build really cool structures and stuff. I don't think I've ever used Townie. I have never bothered with economy. Yeah, economy is a weird one. Like, in the server currently, I don't think we have an economy per se. Yeah. So right now there is no balance per se. Essentially, what we would do is we would create a economy and base it off of either gold or diamonds or redstone or I don't know, whatever, or iron even. Yeah, so we could do townie, which would basically factions is gonna be more along the lines of raiding and PvP and stuff. And so what we could do is we could use townie, and then people can create towns. They can create they can create a den. They can create the Bunnicornville, or they can create all kinds of stuff. So that might be something that we do, is we look at townie. I do need to bounce over to the server here, and I need to add in some permissions. I don't know if I can run this in. Okay, those permissions are in. Gotta do this one. That one. That one. So many different permissions. It's never ending. This is the only downside to Minecraft servers that I'm not a fan of is having to do all the permissions, because they get to be very, very, very tedious. But that is part of the job and part of the work that I do. Yeah, I think we'll probably look at getting Townie installed. That'd be a fun one to let people play around with. Create their own little towns, their own nations. Just have some fun. Jeez. Lizard. Lizard. Thank you for the lizard. I feel I'm going to regret the lizard here momentarily. But I'm okay with it. It is there for you guys to have fun and enjoy and provide some entertainment to the server or to the stream. I see a miniature zombie running across there. My 7550 battery is dead. Oof. Sounds to me like you gotta put it on the charger there. I left it charging. Ah, boy. I've done that more times than I can count. I have forgotten to put my stuff on the charger more times than I like to admit some days. I also have bad financial ideas. Oh, jeez. Is that CI Gaming? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, 8 million commands later, we're almost done with the permissions for this silly thing. And this doesn't include all the other permissions I still have to do. Because it doesn't end. Like, there is so many more permissions that I need to do that I haven't done. Just gonna take so long to do. Yeah. The nice thing is with Luck Perms, I can do things a little bit faster. Luck Perms is very friendly in that regard, but it's also a pain on the booty. Alright, let's go grab Townie. Let's work on getting that sorted out here. Because it's been a hot minute since I've messed with this script. Let's see. Grab this. Need this. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Opera, for just deciding to yeet yourself into non-existence. God, I love it. Alright, there we go. We're good. Did it add those? No, it didn't. Of course it didn't. Alright, downloads. Go back and grab it again. I decided I didn't want to play nice today. It's fine. It's fine. I get it. Let us hop down here. Is it because there's a monster nearby? Alright, Fred, I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to go. Thank you. Oh, and it's daytime. Okay, that's probably why. That's fine. Alright, let's jump out of that really quickly. Let's give this an old restart here. Restart the server, let it boot up, get Townie installed, and then we'll do the config on Townie because we are going to have to make some changes to some stuff, update some configs, make it play nice with everything else that we have. And hopefully Townie will just hook right into this. Nope. So we are going to have to get the DinMap Townie expansion. Let me see. I think this is the newest one I need. Oh, let's see. I think this should play nicely with Townie. All right. Let's go over to this guy, go into LWC, go into our Townie YML, and we are going to make some changes to this really quickly. Town goes to ruins, yes. Protections. Townie unclaim. Yes. Plot is cleared. If true, LWC allow protections to be created inside of towns via Townie plugin. No, you can create protections outside of a town because that's how we want it. We'll go and restart. Actually, I gotta grab. I need to throw the DinMap update in. So this should allow DinMap to display the towns. Okay, restart that, get that up and running. Let her boot up here, and then we'll jump in and we will see what all we need to do. There we go. Does not have player info protected enabled. Visibility by nation will have no effect. Okay, so we do need to make a couple of quick changes to the DinMap settings. And it wants player info protected. If true, player position status is protected. We'll see. We might enable that later. Okay, so that's installed. DinMap Townie is installed. That is happy hunky dory. Alright. Let's take a look at this. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright, that's actually perfectly fine by me. The formatting is a little flustering. I gotta adjust the formatting on that. So we're gonna need to all right. So we'll do /TA install. Do what would you like to set your town block ratio at? Ooh. We'll set that at 8 for now. We'll say 150. 500. I can always adjust these later. How much should it cost to claim a town block? Yeah, that's fine. Alright, cool. So it should be good. Alright. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's done. I do need to do all the permissions for that, so that's gonna be a fun one to do. Give everyone the ability to create towns. And then we are going to have to set up a market system. Basically allow people to sell stuff to essentially a global market for money. The only downside to Minecraft servers is all the permissions that go into it. I mean, if it was a small friend server, it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. No. Small friend servers are usually pretty easy to build. I can spin those usually pretty quickly, and basically everybody would get the same permissions. But when... Oh, apparently a villager died. When it comes to doing community servers, it's a little bit more time consuming to build, just because you do want to make sure that your permissions, one, are not too restrictive, but two, are set in a way that nobody's gonna be able to cheat the system. Okay. So we need this. You go into towning, you go settings, you go chat config, open that. Okay, we need to add in some towny chat permissions so that players can chat and talk. And then we have the staff channels. And we need to go in here. We need to do save dash all. And drop off the server. We are going to shut the server down. I need to pull the Vault chat formatter because we are not going to use that anymore. We're going to rely on Towny chat to handle our chat. Normal, true, per world, false, false. Okay. This is where it becomes fun. Okay. It's set, so now we should be able to boot this up. Hopefully it doesn't error out on us. We'll see. We'll see if I get lucky this time. There's Townie. Townie chat. Cool. So that loaded the way I wanted it to. Awesome. Fantastic. I love it. I do want to give people access to the local channel and that one as well. Oh my gosh. Now I see why they're so long or so expensive. They're so long. Yeah. That's part of the reason why they're a little pricey. Is for that simple reason. But they are super fun to play. And I'm okay with that. Oh, jeez. I don't... That is lies. That is not true. I do not believe that. Guess you need a change? No, never. Sog it up the rest of the night. You know, I think somebody should check you. I think that's what it is, or even Dink. Somebody should check Dink. I think Dink might need that. I heard an Enderman. Do, do, do. Do, do. Do, do, do. Alright, we need to go to this. We need to go into Townie. Settings. Language. Is it override or is it reference? I think it's override. I think it's this one. Nope, that is not what I want. Alright, so it does not like that. Let's see if this will work. Oh, that doesn't work. Alright, let me go to this.
I'm safe, I'm small, the world feels tall, but in your arms I don't fall. Cuddle tight, everything will be alright. Little heart beating slow, in your care I always know. The night is long, but you're my song.
Alright, let that go to town, sorting through the wiki to see if there's anything I can do to try and make some changes to how the wording is formatted, but we'll see.
I'm safe, I'm small. The world feels tall, but in your arms I don't fall. Cuddle tight, everything will be alright. Little heart beating slow, in your hair I always know. But you're my song, a gentle hand where
And it's snowing on the server. Of course it's snowing, why wouldn't it be? Okay. Nope, that didn't do anything. Surprised that I can't add overrides. I wonder if I have to just reset. Why is that being like that? That's weird. Because we added TC as a channel, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I wonder and see. Alright, cool. So those are set the way I want them. I am gonna jump down here, go lay in this guy's bed. There we go. All the creepers. Go, my minions. Do your job. All right. Jump over this. What do you guys think? Should we add pets into the server? I think that'd be pretty cool. I think I already have that. And then I also need cheering, grumbling, whatever your name is, be gone with you. Womp womp. Amazing. You know, I don't understand why. Like, if you're gonna come into my chat, like, don't get me wrong, I thank you for coming into my chat and at least chatting. But don't try and sell me your viewers. I don't care. Alright, grab that file. And then let's see what else. We already have that. I don't know if we're gonna add townie flight. We might make it so people can fly around their towns. Town cultures we could do. Ooh. We could also do townie resources. So many possibilities. Alright, let's get this added in. We'll use gold economy. So gold economy, the nice thing with this is it basically allows people to use the gold ingots and nuggets as currency, which will actually help the server in the long run. And then we'll see about doing like chest shop. We might use that. So many possibilities. It's endless. Ooh, there is some weird lag. There we go. Do I have whitelist on? There we go. Turn off whitelisting, because then I can let people start joining the server here in a bit. I do need to do just a little bit more work, basically, to get it finalized. But I think for the general consensus of it being a faction server, I think that's gonna be, or not factions, a combination townie / SMP. I think that's gonna be what's gonna probably make it so people can join. What I do need to do is I need to come in here. And I need to remove myself as an op, and I need to go into I need to get luck perms. Jump into luck perms here. There we go. All right, let's see. I need to remove myself from that group and put myself in that group. Apply. also need to not have it be nighttime. Get rid of him. And get rid of Fred as well. And now, the risky business. I need to change my game mode. GM0 CI 8333508. So that way I can make sure that this is gonna work. All right. I need to figure out what the radius is for the spawn protection. And I don't know what that is. I also need to set up the default kits for everybody. Ow, that was my ass. Oh, there's another skeleton. Hi, skeleton. Ow. Alright, so that I need to fix. Because this should be spawn. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's done. We're gonna hide in this little shack for now. And we need to go here, we need to go into luck perms. We need to do all those. We need to do all those. Let's grab a new session here.
I'm safe, I'm small, the world feels tall, but in your arms I don't fall. Cuddle tight, everything will be alright. Little heart beating slow, in your care I always know. The night is long, but you're my song. A gentle hand where I belong. I'm safe, I'm small. The world feels tall, but in your arms I don't fall. Cuddle tight, everything will be alright. Little heart beating slow, in your care I always know. The night is long.
Sounds good, Dink. Have a good night, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you have a good night, and see you around probably later tomorrow. Okay. We need to update a few things here. That one, this one, this one, that, and that. hop over to this. When you go into DinMap, configuration, we need to go render triggers. That. And we need to go over to here. We need to go down to the DinMap Tony. We need to open this up. We need to go to use towns. Is not a thing. All right. Can't remember. Do we put grades in here? Ah, we did. Oof, that is some lag if I've ever seen one. Oh, those guys are going to town. Alright. Oops, give me that back. Give me my powers back, please. Thank you. Users, me. I am going to change myself back to an admin so I can actually do things. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, Jiminy. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to probably call the stream where we are at because I gotta go take care of some work-related issues. And even though I don't want to, I kind of am obligated to take care of my adult responsibilities. So, with that being the case, I want to say thank you everybody for stopping in and saying hello. Dink, I promise you I am not that soggy and stinky. I swear. I really mean it. I do want to do this because if I don't, then lucky. Ha. Dang. You both are lucky. But until next time, I do really appreciate everybody stopping by, saying hello, leaving some feedback and comments on the server. I hope to have this live for the community very, very, very soon. And yeah, we'll probably be back either tomorrow or Monday for some more streaming and possibly some Beat Saber. But thank you once again, everybody, for stopping by. I love you very, very much. Go get yourselves changed, you little beans. And till next time, we'll see you then. Have a good night.
Oh, it's that time. The stream's been super fun. Thanks for hanging out with me. You made today a happy one. We laughed, we chilled, we played a bit. Chat was cozy, perfect fit. Every smile, every cheer made the whole day brighter here. But even when the stream must end, you're still my comfy little friend. So keep that happy glow inside till the next time we go live. See you next team, my friend. This isn't really the end. Take the joy we made today and keep it with you on your way. See you next team, my friend. You make the fun we send till we meet again online. Stay safe, stay cute, stay shining bright. Put your plushie by your side. Take a stretch, a little sigh. Save your snacks, your comfy seat. Next stream's gonna be so sweet. Thanks for every laugh and cheer, for making magic happen here. Let's end with one more happy vibe. Can't wait until next gaming time. See you next team, my friend. This isn't really the end. Take the joy we made today and keep it with you on your way. See you next team, my friend. You make the fun we send till we meet again online. Stay safe, stay cute, stay shining bright. Thanks for coming by today. Can't wait till next